Hey, Scott, that closed-end fund you and I have talked about several times now, Pershing Square is planning to withdraw the IPO of PSUS. That is the ticker symbol that would have been for the listed entity. Bill Ackman, Pershing Square CEO, saying in a statement, quote, "Over the last 7 weeks, we have met with institutions and family offices and held numerous town halls for Pershing Square USA. While we have received enormous investor interest in PSUS, one principal question has remained: would investors be better served waiting to invest in the aftermarket than the IPO?" He goes on to say this question has inspired us to reevaluate PSUS's structure to make the IPO investment decision a straightforward one. And he goes on to say, "We will report back once we are ready to launch a revised transaction." Of course, Scott, the key issue here is closed-end funds do tend to trade at a discount to net asset value. So there isn't really a benefit in buying in an IPO of one of these things because you want to see it trade higher. Otherwise, you'll just buy in on the aftermarket. And as we've been reporting over the past week or so, the initial anchor that was floated in the media was $25 billion. That went down to $2 billion in a prospectus filed yesterday. And now it appears that Pershing Square is indeed withdrawing that IPO of PSUS, the closed-end fund.
That's very interesting, Leslie. Thank you for the latest on that. I do have another story that I wanted to discuss with you because Richard Handler, the CEO of Jefferies, sent a note to their clients, and he also posted it on his Twitter and Instagram accounts that I think you'll want to opine on as well, because it's a rather bullish letter on where he sees the capital markets going in the year ahead, where he says, quote, "The bottom line is this: the IPO market is open, and there is meaningful demand for companies that are priced appropriately and have strong management, durable business models, and solid long-term prospects." He goes on to say we're in the early innings of a normal capital market cycle, one that is not contained to only larger companies, as there are significant early signs of a rotation into small and mid-capitalization equities. He does, Leslie, point to what's happened in the Russell 2000, outperforming the S&P by 10% in July. And he sums up his note today by saying, quote, "Nobody has a perfect crystal ball, but from what we see today, we are optimistic that normal IPO activity levels are not that far away." It seems like a perfect story here to follow what you've just brought us about these plans from Bill Ackman and Pershing Square. But this sounds to me to be the most optimistic commentary on the capital markets that I've heard in this entire period of interest rate hikes and all of that.
Yeah, no, I think it's really important to highlight just what this rotation means for the IPO market, because for the bulk of this year, you talk to people and you say, well, it seems like the IPO market should be open. You've got stock markets hitting highs, near record highs on a very frequent basis. Volatility is low. Why aren't we seeing more IPOs? Well, the reason is, and we talk about this all the time, just the overall concentration in the market tied to larger cap companies. So with a rotation, you have more small cap names that serve as comparables to companies waiting in the wings to go public. So it's easier when they're trading at higher valuations. It's not as important when you have a Microsoft or an Amazon trading well in the market. It is important to see some of those smaller and mid-cap names that serve as comparables to private companies waiting in the wings. A boost in those names definitely serve well and bode well for companies looking to go public and get a decent valuation.
Yeah, that matches some of the optimism I think we've heard, in the last couple of days from the likes of David Solomon, Goldman Sachs, the CEO, obviously looking at bluer skies, Leslie, ahead for the capital markets. And Rich Handler of Jefferies has a pretty good front row seat as to what's taking place as well. So appreciate you very much, Leslie. Thank you.